It has been an active few months for severe weather. We saw it both in May and again last week. As people continue to clean up from the storms, KELOLAND's Carter Schmidt spoke to farmers near Salem, South Dakota today about the damage they received.
For Andrew Streff and his family's farm, it's been quite the summer.
As long as you can just acknowledge to yourself that, hey, I did everything right on my end of the deal, and the rest was up to Mother Nature, and that's just how it goes.
The Streffs lost 5 grain bins during the May derecho, and while they already have 2 rebuilt, they have 3 more coming in August and September, just in time for harvest.
And then out of our second storm, we had a lot of just wind damage, both on trees again, and then our crops. The corn especially was really leaning over pretty bad. I don't think much was broke over, so time will tell how well that comes out of it.
Adam Ireker also farms with his family near Salem. They had damage to grain bins and sheds in May. His crops were more impacted by last week's storm.
A lot of what you see with the soybean plant to the eye doesn't look too bad, but what we've kind of been finding is just a lot of foliage damage and then kind of a lot of bruising on stems just as the hailstones hit. And this is actually what's probably the most concerning for us, is as these soybean plants develop closer towards harvest, they're going to have some weak stalks. We are kind of concerned that the hail took some of the top end yield for sure off of the crops, but I think the rain helped us farther along better than anything.
We also checked out one of his cornfields today.
There's a lot of leaf damage, a lot of tissue damage kind of from the hailstones that came through on some of the corn. But, you know, to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to have too big of an impact, these lower leaves, on final yield production.
This is what Ireker's corn looked like after the storm last Tuesday. And this is what it looks like today.
The main thing that we're concerned about is the base of the stalks are pretty weak and pretty brittle after being laid over in the storm when the high winds came through.
Both Streff and Ireker want to see a specific kind of rainfall.
We've really had to pay for those rains, it seems, with storm damage, so hopefully we can just get a nice soft rain this next go around.
I think a lot of producers would just like the old classic 1.5 inches of rain with no wind. We're hoping Mother Nature has it all out of her system.
Near Salem, Carter Schmidt, KELOLAND News.
If you're a farmer who's experiencing stress, you can call the Avera Farm and Rural Stress Hotline at 1-800-691-4336.